Hello again. Today I wanted to talk about what a heart dietitian does. So I created a blog post all about what a dietitian does, especially a heart dietitian like myself, but I thought I would just summarize it in a video for you if you like to watch videos instead of reading long blog posts. So I have the blog up here just so that I hit all the points, but basically what a heart dietitian does is we help you eat more heart healthy foods. And I think that's my philosophy, is to focus more on adding foods that are heart healthy than instead of focusing on foods that, or focus on removing foods that maybe aren't heart healthy. So in my practice, I really emphasize adding more of these heart healthy foods. And by doing so, we actually see a reduction of the less healthy foods from one's diet, because you're focused on adding all these healthy foods that you don't have time to eat, or you don't have space for these unhealthy foods. So it's a more positive way to look at it, or a more positive approach that I think has been helpful. So I have kind of 3 top tips for you that we go over together if we were working together as a heart dietitian team. So I have 3 tips for you to start, and this is kind of So I have 3 kind of things that I go over with a lot of individuals when I'm working with them as a heart dietitian. So the first one is to start adding more plant foods. So a lot of the heart healthy diets that are out there, the Mediterranean diet, the DASH diet, the vegetarian, the vegan, the portfolio diet, all of these eating patterns emphasize eating more plant foods. So eating more plant foods is really important to your heart health, and I think that could be one of the first steps to eating a heart healthy way. So what are plant foods? Plant foods are your vegetables, your fruits, a lot of whole grains and plant-based proteins, as well as plant-based fats. So those are kind of the general umbrella of plant-based foods. The one area that a lot of my clients get hung up on is adding more plant-based protein. And I think that's really essential in a heart-healthy diet, is to remove some of those animal proteins and increase the reliance on plant-based proteins. So plant-based proteins could be things like soy-based products like tofu, tempeh, edamame, or it could be even like beans and legumes like chickpeas, kidney beans, lentils, and also lots of nuts and seeds. Something like hemp seeds are really rich in protein. So that's what I would focus on, adding more plant foods. Then number 2, I focus on eating more healthy fats. So we have something called unsaturated fats, and then something called saturated fats in the world of nutrition. And unsaturated fats are the ones that can really improve our cholesterol levels. And those are things like olive oil, avocado, our nuts and seeds, even our fatty fish have this unsaturated fats. And then the saturated fats are more of the animal-based fats usually. So it's like the marbling of your beef, or perhaps it's your butter, your cream, even chocolate is a big source of saturated fat. So, it doesn't always have to come from the animal, but it could come from plants like chocolate, or even coconut oil as well. So eating more of these healthy unsaturated fats and reducing our reliance on these saturated fats. And then number 3 is to start small. So I'm all about small increments of change that can make big lasting impact, because I don't want to set you up on a diet or an eating pattern that isn't going to be sustainable. I want you to be able to do it for the rest of your life. And in order to do that, we need to make these small little changes, 1% improvement each day. And that will get you to a way of eating according to one of these eating patterns that I mentioned earlier. And it will be more sustainable. It will be for the rest of your life. And it won't be a huge change that you won't be able to do it forever. So these small changes is something that we work on together in order to maybe target some of those goals before that I mentioned, maybe adding more plant foods or eating more of those healthy fats. So those are the top 3 things that a heart dietitian does. But if you want to read more, please read the blog post. You can I'll link it down below and click on it. And if you have any questions, please let me know and leave it in the comments below, and I'll be sure to check on it. Bye for now.